Hi, my name is Cordell, and this is 4 Points Make a Circle.
Well, there's a couple of things that I'd like to get off my chest.
Well, that's very good, Mr. McMurphy. Go ahead.
Sometimes it's hard to describe a movie where not much happens. There was a time when I was working and I was trying to explain the plot of One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Sure, I can read him off the IMDb synopsis, but I really wanted to tell him what the movie was about. And to me, it was so hard to tell because my suspension of disbelief was making me think that these scenarios are real, having me explain these characters like they're real people with backstory and all. Many aspects of that movie felt real, grounded, had character progression and regression that you can feel. So how does a movie well over 2 hours hold your attention for this long? Well, it can only do that if you're willing to suspend your disbelief before the movie.
The promise is that she will take you somewhere, to a different experience, to a world or a place or a circumstance where you've never been, maybe. She will entertain you, and she will show you something, right? Make you think, feel, cry, laugh, whatever.
This simply means, how deep do you want to get into the world? To believe that a rat can cook in a stellar French kitchen. To believe that Bishop has nowhere else to go. To believe what these people are saying could actually happen in real life. One popular way to do this is through semi-relatable dialogue. Having your characters chat about nothing is boring and it goes nowhere. But if they have a conversation that comes to a single point and maybe comes back in the story, that should what be aimed for. Dialogue is a fine balance. If there's too much exposition, it's boring. But if there's too little, it's still boring. The key is showing off your character and how they will react to things being said to them. As the story progresses, so should your character. At the end of the day, most movies are about change. But in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Nicholson's character doesn't change through any fault of his own. He's forced to change. But the chief, in my opinion, makes the largest change in this movie. This character growth is what makes this film great. The chief went from
Hi.
Hi.
God damn, boy, you're about as big as a mountain. Look like you might have played some football. What's your name?
He can't hear you. He's deaf and dumb Indian.
2. Yeah, my face was the exact same. This is just one character Jack Nicholson interacts with in this movie, having them come out of their shells and fight back against the norm. This film is a near-perfect example of rebellion on a small scale. No, it isn't the French Revolution or the Civil War, but the idea that Jack Nicholson's character is trying to portray is freedom. This idea is pushed around through dialogue, how the character takes in that idea, what they do about it, and how does it affect the world around them. Bibbit will be a good example of this idea of freedom. His stutter is very harsh and at times even painful for him to speak, but once Nicholson is into the picture and starts introducing these radical ideas of freedom, Bibbit follows slowly, and at the end of the movie, he even gets laid due to his newfound freedom, and even his speech impediment is gone to a certain degree.
I can explain everything.
Please do. Explain everything.
Everything?
Aren't you ashamed?
No, I'm not.
Well, it's gone for a while. He's made his decision to drink and have sex, and that's because that's his choice. But the world around him, Nurse Ratched, doesn't approve, striking him down lower than where he was before.
You know, Billy, what worries me is how your mother is going to take this.
Well, you don't have to tell her, Miss Ratchet.
These type of decisions and reactions is what makes this movie interesting. I'm going to end on a quote by Eugene Soloviev. Suspending your disbelief isn't as simple as not asking too many questions or just taking things at face value. It's actually kind of hard work, and that's why we enjoy it so much.